Hey, this will be a video chart on AFPW. I want to get this one updated as it's very close to making a significant move here, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Um, but first thing I want to start off with is just simply the volume. You can see the past 2 days volume has been increasing, and when you factor in the idea that it's between Christmas and New Year's, where this is notoriously a very slow week, it's always good to see when charts have increasing volume like that. Today, nice green volume bar and had a nice green day overall. So it was a solid day and one of those where I think it's worth keeping an eye on because I think the potential here, given it can break through a key resistance along with get more volume, I think there's quite a bit of upside potential to this one. So let's just dig in. First, I want to start off with just mapping out and pointing to this hammer candle here. If you're familiar with candlesticks, you know that hammer candles, when formed after or during down moves, can signal possible bottoms. I say possible because they always require confirmation. It's not one of those things where just because you get that sort of candle, it means for sure that the price is going to go upwards. But clearly with this chart, you can see that this did have the hammer candle, and following with that, we've been putting in higher lows now, which is always a good thing. In the short term, when I say short term, I'm talking about basically the past 2 weeks. We are in a slight uptrend here, and hopefully that'll continue. So coming off this hammer, we have been slowly but steadily making strides upwards. Now the key level that I was referring to, and the level where I'm keeping a very close eye on, is the 6 cent level. Why 6 cents? Well, if we look here, let me make this more accurate, and let me change this to red to represent the resistance. But if we go through the history of the chart, we can see that right here, it acted as a support. Back over here, acted as a support. But when it did fall below, technical analysis 101, when supports are broken, they become resistances. And then you can see here we had 6 cents knock it down, and then on Monday had a nice gap up, but unfortunately it got knocked down there at 6 cents. So this is a key resistance area, and like I said, if this one can fall, I think there's big potential for the upside. And the reason I say that is if you look at the chart, the next resistance area after a break of this isn't until this 50-day simple moving average. And if you look over here, you can see that it's valued at 0.084. So percentage-wise, from 0.06 to 0.08, that's a nice little percentage right there. And then even after that, things thin out even more. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We'll update the chart as necessary. But with a break of this, things could really get moving. And right now, if there's another big volume day, like if we could get something like that, then who knows, how high this could get going. But like I said, one step at a time. Right now, it's doing a good job of making higher lows, but it's just a matter of at this time seeing if we can get through this 6 cent level right there. If you also look right there, we have this gray line here, which is the 20-day simple moving average. That's basically corresponding exactly with where this resistance is. So it's kind of a double whammy right here, resistance. But the good thing with double whammies is when you can get through them, usually you can get a nice little double whammy move to the upside. So hopefully that'll happen. If it does this week, great. If not, when volume starts to return to the market after the new year, the potential will still be here, assuming we keep making these higher lows and don't all of a sudden head down here and bust through this low right there. But with the way the chart's been acting, I think we got a good legitimate shot here at getting up through the 6 cent area. And then in terms of supports, like I said, right now we are above this red line here, which is the 10-day simple moving average, and we're above these lows here. So we got quite a bit of short-term support below us here. I would think it'd take quite a bit to knock us back down through here. But nonetheless, if you are one of those players that likes to buy on pullbacks, you have the 10-day here, then you have some lows here. But with the way the chart's setting up, I think it'll appeal to quite a few of the breakout players, the momentum traders, because this is kind of like the starting line, if you will, where if the price gets through 6 cents, it's kind of like ready, set, go, and it could really get moving. Also, if you look down here at the stochastic, which is always a nice one, you can see it's putting in higher lows also. So it's got a nice little uptrend to it there. Still plenty of room to move before it could be considered, technically overbought. So it's not anything where we're in overbought territory and it needs a pullback. Still plenty of room there. So things are looking good. Still work to be done. Don't get me wrong, but if we can get a nice surge of volume or just continue to get increasing volume, get through this 6 cent level, I could easily see it coming up here and giving this 50-day a test and seeing if it can break through there. So if you have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. If not, this was AFPW. Thanks for listening.